Hello and welcome to DFS Coach Talk. Today is Tuesday, December 1st. I am Joe Sarvati, affectionately known as Coach, and I am joined by the one and only Mr. Andrew Hansen, and we're here to talk PGA here in December. You gotta love it, man.
Yeah, you do. I mean, this is it. This is our last chance for a full PGA event in December. We're coming off that fun match with Phil and Barkley and Curry and Manning, and now we've got a regular event, and we need to take advantage of this here before we wait for January.
No question. And we've got a beautiful tournament, the Mayakoba Golf Classic in beautiful El Chameleon Golf Club in Mexico. So something to be aware of. And one other thing too, off the jump here is it's got a really early 4 a.m. lock. So you got to be aware of that. I think it's maybe 5 a.m. Eastern or 4 a.m. Central. So, you don't want to go to bed Wednesday night and not have your lineups in. So just a quick reminder right off the jump street. If you're listening in and you're going to play golf, join us at DFS Coach Talk, jump in our Discord. We'll post lineups Wednesday night and you can get those in before you go to bed.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. It's always important to know because sometimes you can wake up Thursday morning and edit your lineups, but not this time. And so here we are. We're recording this on Tuesday, so plenty of time to listen and build your lineups on Wednesday.
No doubt about it. I'm fired up. And before we get started, I want to thank our presenting sponsor. That is betus.com.pa. And hopefully you've heard of the wonderful offer that we have right now. It is that phenomenal $149. You join BetUS, deposit that into your BetUS account, and you get a free membership with DFS Coach Talk that runs you from the day you sign up all the way to April 1st. So, we had a few people say it sounds too good to be true. Is it for real? It is. It's for real, man. So come and join us.
Yeah, absolutely. After you make your deposit there, send us an email. Let us know that you've done that, and we'll get you in Discord. That's where we give out all of our lineups.
Absolutely. And you know me. I'm if my head could look like something, it'd look like a basketball because you know how my brain works. But I have to say, can you believe today is the opening of NBA camps, December 1st, and in 11 days we'll be playing DFS NBA for preseason. And then 10 days after that, we're going live. It's unbelievable, man.
It's a lot of fun. It was like the blink of an eye, that off season. But you're right. We're back in camp, and hopefully everybody stays healthy and has a good year. And we're going to crush it at DFS Coach Talk.
We really are. And join. You got to listen in. We're going to have several preview NBA podcasts that we're doing. We did a pre-draft pod, and now we're going to have a wrap up of that and a summary of some of the free agent stuff. And, I'll tell you what, with this crazy odd time of COVID and just ending and then now coming back, there is a lot of knowledge to be had of guys that are going to sit, people are going to come along slow. Just wanted to make a quick mention of that because you and I haven't been on a lot of pods lately because it's football time. But man, if there was ever a chance to take advantage of what we bring forth at DFS Coach Talk from the NBA side, it's never been greater than right now, for sure.
That's right. We're going to be all over the preseason and ready for opening day.
All right, back to golf, my man, because I know for you, your golf season is over now up in the cold north like that. But this is prime golf time down here, mid-60s. Get out there. You get the run on the dead grass pretty much, the all seasonal grass here. I can roll one about 275 because I get all that extra run, but I'll have to get out there soon. One of these days you got to come down and go out there. I'll challenge you. You have to play lefty, but I know that you can do that. All right, so Mayakoba, I've got a couple of things here. And, as our listeners that are big golf enthusiasts know, I always quiz you every week. But I'm going to make this one an easy one because we had a week off. And want to let you get in with a win. So rather than talk about any of the players, just right off the bat, I'm going to see if you can name, it's maybe a little tougher than you think, 4 of the top 5 favorites to win this event on my book, BetUS.com.pa. So you got to get 4 of the 5. And I think you can do it because some of them are layups. But let's see. What do you got?
Well, you got to start with Justin Thomas and Brooks Koepka.
Yes.
I mean,
Chalk City. 6
absolute studs. Top 10 at the Masters.
600 plus 900. No doubt. Yep. Slam dunks.
Slam dunk.
These 3, you might make a stumble here.
All right. Well, I think the safest way to go here, top 5, has got to be Tony Finau.
He's 4th. Plus 1,700. Yes, okay. He snuck in.
17. Okay. All right.
Which is a good price for him, by the way.
Yeah. And then I think based on his recent form, his course history here, Harris English, did he slide in the top 5?
He's actually 3rd at 1,500. So you've got 2 shots to get 1 guy. And
I got to get all 5?
Yes, I've changed the rules mid stretch here, just because you smoked the first 4. So now where the pressure's on, you get a miss in here though.
All right.
And this guy is plus 1,700, tied with Finau for 4th and 5th. That's why they got to get him.
Oh, plus 1,700. That sounds like Daniel Berger to me.
You're correct. 5 for 5, piece of cake. Yeah. Absolute walk in the park. I thought you were going to guess Victor Hovland. He's plus 1,800. He's 6th. I was thinking that might be your flub up right there, but too good, man. You're too tough. So, and let me give you the rest of these top 10. So Hovland's 6th, Ricky Fowler, which I'm surprised, but again, he plays well down south. Abraham Answer, Russell Henley, the infamous Will Zalatoris that we always love to play, Corey Connors, and Joaquin Niemann. A couple more names I'll give you that are right up there and are getting some action early, and the odds have flipped a little bit. Billy Horschel, Mark Leishman, Carlos Ortiz, Gary Woodland, who's sunk like a ship lately, Brendan Todd, and then this last guy, because I got a little circle around him, Sebastian Munoz.
Okay.
So that's the group that we have as that top echelon. So before we get into that, you are Mr. Stats and Mr. Knowledge here. Tell us a little bit about this El Chameleon Golf Club. Do we need to be long? Is it strategic? What's the word?
We don't need to be long. So you could hit your 275 and have a chance here.
Hey, no, it's too green. It won't roll. I need the brown Texas chip and charge strategy.
Yeah. It's not very long. It's only 7,039 yards, right around there, depending on where they put the only par 71. So 3 par 5s. So par 5 scoring not as important, length not as important. The rough is short, so it's more about how do you hit that second shot to the green, because you've got an extra par 4. So one of the stats I looked at was a par 4 scoring. And then with the greens, there's some undulation in there. They're not ultra fast, but because of the undulation and the different tiers, it kind of brings the iron play up a notch even more. About get that second shot in the right quadrant on the right level to make your birdie putt shorter. Because this is another tournament where, because it's short and the rough isn't penal, you're going to get the winning score somewhere around 20 under par. So you got to be able to make some birdies.
Absolutely. We don't want any penal stuff on this golf course by any stretch.
Absolutely not.
But, I guess my question is this: is it going to take a smoking score? Are these guys going to be shooting low 60s, mid 60s?
Yeah. We're going to see mid 60s, a lot of them. With par 71. So, string some 66s together and you'll have a shot to take it down.
Okay. And we'll be pulling the weather forecast, as it gets closer. It never pays. I've learned that the hard way. It doesn't pay to pull the forecast a couple of days before, because especially on courses like this where wind can make a difference.
Yes.
Whenever you're playing somewhere by an ocean or somewhere where you're going to have a lot more possibilities of wind, I like to wait until really the night before to post that information, because the other part of that, and something we need to remind our listeners to is, a lot of times the wind doesn't blow up until the afternoon. You'll see that in the forecasts, and there's a huge advantageous piece to those guys, edge to those guys that go out early. So I don't know if that's going to be the case here, but I know that can create shot at times, whether you go off early or late. So we'll keep a close eye on that. We'll post all of that in our Discord, and definitely jump in. You go to DFS Coach Talk again. You can sign up for BetUS there, and just use that promo code Coach Talk, all one word, no space. That first deposit that you make with BetUS, again, if that's $149, boom, you're with us until April 1. But that's not the only way to sign up for Coach Talk. I mean, if you want to just jump in for the week or a month or whatever you want to do, just check us out on our website, and you can choose any of those options. Certainly love having everybody join, whether you're jumping in BetUS or not. So, all right, give us some of those stats. Who are the guys we want to keep a real close eye on here? Because I have some guys that I like, but I want to cross-reference them with your stats pull here.
Yeah, I've got some stats to look at, and then I can also circle back and talk some about the course history. Okay. But greens and regulation is important on this course. The last 3 winners have all been in the top 10 for the week in that stat. Okay. So I just took a glance at greens and regulation leaders this year on the PGA Tour, and some of the guys near the top that I like for other reasons. Emiliano Grillo is 7th in this category. Okay. Harris English is 9th. Pat Perez is 16th. Russell Knox is 23rd. Joseph Bramlett, who's a cheap option, he's 25th. And then Justin Thomas is 31st. So those guys are all worth a look, and they'll come up here as we discuss some of the other stats. The other big one I looked at was par 4 scoring. Like I said, there's one extra par 4 on this course compared to the traditional scorecard. And how about this stat, Coach? The last 3 winners of this event have finished the week number 1 in par 4 scoring each time.
Well, it sounds like the magic bullet then.
That's it.
That's what we
got to take advantage here. You got to just get that second shot close and roll in the birdies on the par 4. So
that's a big equalizer for the par 5 boomers that are just used to eagling a bunch of stuff.
Exactly.
I like that.
Oh, by the way, the last 3 winners, they have had 0 eagles during the week. So don't even worry about par 5s and eagles. That's not this type of a week. Not great. It's not going to be that type of week on this course. Yeah. Yep. So looking at par 4 scoring last year, because you have the full data, Justin Thomas, Daniel Berger, Harris English, they were all in the top 10. Yeah. Brian Harmon, Tony Finau, Joel Damon, 21st in that stat. And then Bryce Garnett, another cheap option who's had a good course history here, 41st in that stat. Russell Knox, again, Abraham Answer, and Victor Hovland. All of those guys averaged under par on par 4s last year. So that's a good starting point. And then
how the heck do you average under par on par 4s for a whole season? That's nuts.
Year. It's insane. Yeah. And then par 4 scoring this year. So shorter sample size. Most of these guys have played somewhere between 10 and 22 to 24 rounds in this fall. So Brian Gay's at the top of that list. Russell Henley, Doug Gim, 14th. Justin Thomas, again, 22nd. John Huh, 22nd. Grillo tied for 22nd. And then Harris English again, Russell Knox, Joel Damon, Koepka, David Hearn, and Patton Kizzire. All those guys average under par on par 4s this fall.
Interesting. lot of repeat names there, and some of them are good value too.
Exactly.
So, outstanding. Great course knowledge there. I'll tell you what, we talked about this briefly beforehand. Instead of us giving our individual selections and then keeping a couple of our secret squirrels for when we get into Discord, how about we build a lineup together? Two brains are better than one kind of scenario here. And let's just build a full FanDuel lineup for our listeners. It's not obviously what we're going to be releasing in Discord to our members, because we'll be using our own brains for that. But maybe, everybody that listens into this, if you want to throw this lineup in the big money contest, it'd be fun to all split it and say, hey, DFS Coach Talk PGA listeners, we split this however many ways. That'd be great. There's plenty of money to go around. So
that'd be a lot of fun.
It would be fun. Let's do it. We've got 6 guys to build, and it's going to be tough because I don't want to put all chalk in there, but I got to play. If you don't mind, I'll take the first guy because to me it's easy.
Sure.
And I don't know if you'll agree with it, but I don't see how Justin Thomas isn't a top 10 player in this event. His stats, his short game, his putting. I mean, I just think he's solid and he's hungry. He wants to have a big year. He had some disappointment. I know he's the most expensive guy, and I also know that he's going to be chalk, but you can't run from the chalk all the time, because this dude could easily win this tournament, let alone be a top 10. So are you okay with the 12-6 guy right off the bat?
Yeah, I'll adjust. I will find a way.
Awesome. Real tough pick there. I know I went out on a limb.
Yeah, this will be interesting how each pick impacts the next one.
Exactly.
Because I was thinking about Harris English. Now I'm not sure if we can afford him, because he's the third most expensive on FanDuel. I think I'll skip him.
Okay.
Let's see. Let me get a better value, sort of more the mid-tier here for our first guy to balance out our pricing. Charles Howell III. Now,
wow. Okay.
I'm looking at him and I'm looking at Griot. I kind of like they're both around the same price range. Listen to Charles Howell III's course history here. Maybe I can just talk this out loud.
Sure.
All right. In the last, he's had 2, 4, 6, 8. I believe his last 8 events on this course, he's had 6 top 20s.
Nice.
And 3 top 10s. And
Very
he's, he's under 10,000. So, I feel pretty good about his iron play and his ability to finish in the top 20.
Yeah, I'm with you.
So why don't I go ahead with him at 9,800?
I'm with you. I think that he is a good veteran. I'm going to plug him into my lineup as well. All right, I'm going to go with this pick, and he's sort of expensive, but not too bad. He came up on all your stats. He's somebody I had in mind. I think he's going to be super low owned because he did miss a few cuts towards the end of the season, but I just feel like this just smells like a top 20 for Russell Knox.
Yes, nice.
So he's 9,600. We'll plug him in. So we have half the team, and we can average 93.33 per guy. So we're not in terrible shape by any stretch.
Okay. Yeah, I feel good about him in the heart of our lineup. All right. Well, I wouldn't mind going up to Answer, but he's going to be a little bit more expensive. So I may have to go and settle for Emiliano Griot.
Okay.
He's 9,900 on FanDuel, and as you may remember, he was very consistently involved in those stats.
Yes. And he's streaky. When he gets hot, man, he's tough. So.
And how about this? In his all of his rounds in this tournament, he's never shot over par.
Wow.
So as a cash player, you probably like that, don't you?
Yeah, no, I mean, that gives me a lot of confidence, at least that he's going to make the cut, which of course we know is always, number one on our list. So,
Yep.
All right, this is the strategic one. There's two guys left. We have 9,050 per guy. You're the king of I'll tell you what, let's change this up. Why don't you put one of your super stud value dudes in there? Okay. And then I'll take the easy spot and take one of the, whatever I got left, I can play one of the good guys.
All right. Well, this one, we'll see what your reaction is.
No. Wait, do I have to stick with that decision?
Yeah, I think you do. Here's my sleeper of the week. And I really like playing this guy because he's 53 years old. But when he shows up at an event, he's planning on making the cut and probably finishing top 20. And that's my man, Steve Stricker.
Wow. He's playing good golf right now. So
that's what he does. He rolls out of bed and he finishes top 20. It doesn't matter if it's a senior event, regular PGA Tour, a major. I mean, the guy is just terrific. And I mean, one of the best putters to ever play on the PGA Tour. So Steve Stricker, he's only 7,600. So that gives you a lot of money to finish out this lineup.
Yeah, no, I mean, I can live with that selection. You know me, I'm not a big fan of playing the old dudes because I know I am an old dude, so I know how much my back hurts when I try to swing the golf club. All right, but that's cool. I'm with it. So we have 10-5 left. And, another thing I want to throw out there, too, that I think there's a lot of people that make this mistake. They feel like they don't want to ever leave a nickel on the table. Like, okay, I'm going to take either the guy that spends every penny for me or just $100 off. If you look at who wins some of these tournaments, especially if you're playing GPPs with this lineup, and again, this lineup is a hybrid kind of build with both our input. So if you want to throw it in, multi-entry or even a single entry, feel free to do that. But my point being is, you look at the lineups that take down these tournaments and consistently you'll see 500 on the table, 600 on the table, 800 on the table, because it's a differentiator. Right. Everybody feels like, I'm getting screwed if I don't use every nickel. So don't be afraid to leave a few bucks on the table here and there. So, this is a perfect example. There's two guys that I'm absolutely torn on. So I'm going to need your assistance here. I could take either one equally. I'm leaning maybe slightly to the guy that's $200 cheaper, but I like Carlos Ortiz and Sebastian Munoz.
Yeah.
With a slight lean towards Munoz. Do you feel real strong about either one?
Yeah, I like Ortiz a little bit better.
Okay.
His course history here is terrific.
I know.
He was second here last year, tied for second, and he also has another top 10, and he just won in Houston.
He won the
fall.
Houston Open. Yes.
So I mean, he's feeling great. He's from Mexico. He's gonna be highly owned, but it's a solid price. We're leaving some money on the table. And I think he's a better pick this week than Munoz.
I'm fine with that. And we're only leaving $200 on the table, which is very, very good. So just to review that real quickly, and I'm going to enter it right in this tournament right now. Justin Thomas, Charles Howell III, Russell Knox, Emiliano Grillo, the old man, Steve Stricker, who's going to have a nice week for us, and Mr. Carlos Ortiz, who will be a huge favorite down there. Although I don't know if they'll have fans either. I don't think they do. So that is a slight loss of home court advantage for Ortiz, but he certainly knows the courses and the play and if there's any wind that kicks up. So there is our lineup that we're throwing out there. And again, for our members, feel free to play this as well if you're listening in. But we will have a scattering of these guys. I can tell you Thomas and Ortiz will be at the top, build of some of my teams, but we'll both be putting in our cash hybrid, and GPP plays for FanDuel, and then a core for DraftKings, and a lineup for Yahoo, which has golf, just for the start of it. You can't play it for weekend golf or each tournament, but, you can definitely play it for the whole tournament. So that's it. Excellent. I think that's a good build. We got some veterans. We have some good course history there for guys. We have some of the top players. So maybe we get on here for our next tournament, which isn't. It's not for quite a while, right? Aren't we off
early
for like
January? Yeah, they'll be in Hawaii, so we'll.
I think Sony opens maybe 5 weeks away. So we're going to be without golf for a while here, and not much going on, just tons and tons of football, the beginning of NBA. And so that will do it. But excellent. One thing I want to do real quickly here, though, is take a quick break and listen to this offer that you're going to just hear me talking again, I guess, but it's a little bit more of an explanation on this BetUS deal that we've got going. So here I am.
Listen up, sports bettors. It's go time, so put down the beer and make every sporting event more exciting by putting stakes on the line. Earn bragging rights over friends as you rake in the cash from each week's betting action, but don't settle for any other book. Choose America's favorite sportsbook with over 25 trusted years in the industry. You need a sportsbook with integrity and longevity, and most importantly, a sportsbook that pays. BetUS has your game with action on football, baseball, and basketball, MMA, golf, horses, and even esports. No other sportsbook welcomes newcomers like BetUS with their jaw-dropping sign-up bonuses. Now we have the best book in the industry teamed up with the best DFS provider in the industry. Make your first deposit of $149 at betus.com.pa with promo code CoachTalk and receive a free membership with DFS Coach Talk until April 1, 2021. With full access to our DFS lineups in NBA, NFL, PGA, and MLB, the best in the biz. Sign up today to make straight bets, future bets, prop bets, entertainment bets, live bets, and more. No other sportsbook in the industry is committed to their users like BetUS. So sign up now and get on the winning side of the ball.
There you go, Andrew. And it's me again. So there you go. You can't get away from it.
The magic of technology.
Yeah, we do have a new commercial with the Golden Voice just recorded for us that's going to be coming out hopefully tomorrow that we can debut on some of our football pods. I'll tell you, you guys having to keep up with all these football teams moving, canceling, switching, I don't even know which week these guys are in with some of these teams. So, if you need some help and you feel like me, overwhelmed by all this NFL change, listen in to Sugar Shane and Andrew. They do a phenomenal job. And, if you haven't listened in a while, they're doing a breakout by position, and so that's really been a huge help. Got a lot of good responses from there. So definitely catch those guys on that pod. If you're watching us on YouTube right now, please give us a like and a subscribe. That means a lot to us. That's really our only ask in this podcast or any of our podcasts right now. We really want to build our presence on YouTube, and the best way to do that is just give us a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button, and then hit the little alarm button that will let you know whenever any of our podcasts post. So what else you got for us, Andrew? Anything you want to add to the mix here?
Yeah, in terms of golf, if you join, what you'll get on DraftKings is the coach's clipboard, where we have highlighted plays and then pivots, and we'll add in all of the course history and recent form to make those final selections to give you options on DraftKings. And then for the football schedule this week, we have lineups coming out for the Ravens and Steelers game on Wednesday afternoon. So if you hear this in time to join us Wednesday, 3 o'clock Eastern, that's when we'll give out those lineups. And then Thursday is when we'll release our first 3 podcasts for the main slate, week 13. So definitely tune in for those, for the quarterback show, the running back show, and then wide receivers and tight ends.
Outstanding. Excellent. Again, if you want to catch us on Twitter, you can catch any of us at DFS Coach Talk. I'm at Joe Sarvadi, JoeSarvadi. Andrew's at Language Olympic, and Mr. Shane is at DET Sports Shane. Catch us on YouTube. Hopefully that's where you're watching us now. We have a drawing, which we have the randomizer actually today that our man Tyler Pitzer will be putting out the winner for November. We give 1 month membership away to anybody that subscribes to us on YouTube for that month. So that announcement will be coming out on Twitter and in Discord for us. But December's a new one. So as you're listening to this, you subscribe to our YouTube channel anytime in December, and you will be put in a drawing to win a free full 1 month membership. So you could be all set up for the month of January, which will be some serious NBA stuff. So definitely do that. Our charity of choice here is mambaon3.org. That's MAMBAONTHREE.org. Wonderful charity set up by the Bryant family. And I think that is it, my friend. You can listen to us wherever podcasts are heard. Certainly appreciate any 5 stars, thumbs up. We're everywhere from Apple Podcast, iTunes, Spotify, Podbean, iHeart, Stitcher. I just like saying all those because I love being the fact that we're all over the place. So that is it, my friend. I think we have knocked out a nice golf deal here. I think it's going to be fun watching this. We're going to be missing golf, like we said, for about 5 weeks. So, we want to take that in. I may put a few bucks. I never, me. How often do I play the chalk golfer? I don't know if I bet a chalk golfer all year. Right. But I feel so good about Justin Thomas. I think I'm going to take some of that Charles Barkley money that I just was like stealing, and right. I think I'm gonna load up on JT. I don't know. I know it's chalk, but I think he accidentally wins. I like him this week.
Yeah, or you could just play him top 10. He doesn't have as much course history here, only once with a finish of 23rd. So I feel really good about a top 10.
Yeah. The odds are so rough when you just top 10, maybe top 3. That's not too bad. But anyway, there's go to betus.com.pa. You can bet on like all kinds of different things and matchups as well. So certainly do that. And again, join us in Discord. We'll be posting those Wednesday night. You got to get them in because of the early tee time on Thursday. And then generally I'll, at least I will, and sometimes Andrew jumps into Friday nights weekend contests because there's some big money in some of those weekend contests. So we'd love to have you join us. Hope you enjoyed this podcast. Our next one for basketball will be our first preview show that we're going to do on Friday. We're going to break it into 4 different NBA previews so you can start preparing for the big season that we're expecting in the NBA. So great job, my friend. Great course knowledge there. Good stats. I think it's going to help us with a few of these fringe guys. Feel good about the Grillos and Knoxes. So let's make some money.
Let's do it.
All right. Well, we want to thank you very much for tuning in. We hope you crush it in golf this week, and we hope you join us for football and basketball as we're just going all guns ablaze here on Coach Talk. So thanks for joining in, and we hope you crush it in DFS.